I wanted to share with you some of the books that I am going to unhaul for the year of 2024. I am moving away semi-soon, and so I have two sets of books. I have the books in my apartment and I have the books at my parents' place. So these are only the books I'm going to unhaul from my parents' place. I meant from my home. It's not that many, and I'm actually very pleasantly surprised. It's going to be amazing, or I've read it already and then I'll add it to my collection. I typically read the book on my Kindle and then I'll purchase it either after I read it or if I'm very certain that I already like their writing style. So I'm going to go through the books that I'm gonna get rid of or gift to other people who I know who might like it better or already have shown interest in wanting it. So let's start. So the first book on my list is Dune Messiah. Now, it's not what you think. I actually had bought this off of Amazon and I didn't realize that this series comes in two sizes. Like the United States version paperback comes in two sizes. It comes with this little one and it comes with a big one that's kind of this, it's bigger. It's like kind of the size of the UK Magnolia Parks books if you've owned them. And I didn't realize this obviously until it mailed to my house, and then I missed the return date. So this would irk me if I had this one in small while I already have the first one in the larger size. So I had to repurchase the larger size. And so I missed the return date. My boyfriend's best friend, or one of my boyfriend's best friends, has shown interest in this. So he's going to get himself a free copy. So I'm just unhauling it to give it to somebody because I already own a copy of this. Now the same thing actually, okay, no, this is a little different, but kind of not. So Ready Player One, I also already have a copy of this. And the reason I'm going to unhaul it is because Amazon accidentally, so I thought someone stole my package. We have two entrances to our house, but no one ever delivers like in our back entrance. And so I told them I didn't receive my package. And so I guess, I don't know how many days passed, but anyways, I found this in my back entrance of my house because they're like, okay, we'll send you a new one. Lo and behold, I already got my package in the back. So I had two versions of this. And so I am going to give this one also to my boyfriend's best friend because I have a copy. But it's really good. I put this one in my top 24 of 2024. So if you haven't watched that yet, I did record that for Bookmas and you could hear my full thoughts on that there. Okay, now on to the books that I don't have spare copies of. That there is I read them and they're just something I don't want in my collection personally. First up is The Worst Best Man by Mia Souza. I found this in Barnes & Noble and the buy one get one 50 off book. Buy one get one 50% off section. I don't remember what the original book I got was, but I ended up getting this one for myself because the back just seems so fun. So she is a wedding planner and she's been left at the altar, so she doesn't believe in love anymore. And so then she's trying to get a contract to be a professional wedding planner for this really luxurious hotel. And the way to do that is to basically pitch this what her plan would be for the weddings and how she would handle the business. And her competition is no one other than her ex-fiance's best friend. And so it's a little tricky because she found out that he is part of the reason to blame as to why they did not get married, because she was left at the altar because of his influence. And things kind of go from there. And it's really cute. I will say the writing is just it's just not my favorite. The writing is fine. It's the kind of book that you would like and you would enjoy it, but I wouldn't reread it. And for that reason, I'm gonna get rid of it because I'm running out of space in this one shelf, and until I move I won't have space for more shelves. My best friend actually did want to receive this, and because she's looking for a fun, light, fluffy romance, and I told her that this is perfect. So I think I rated this a 3.25. So it's not a bad book, it's just something I don't personally want to have in my collection anymore. Okay, I've spoken about this a few times, and this one is really controversial considering that this author had a book that is in my top of 2024, and that is Funny Feelings. People love this book, and it kind of makes me upset because I really wanted to love this one. I bought this one in Barnes & Noble at full price. The cover is beautiful. It has this nice textured feeling. The artwork is so nice. So I loved it and I wanted to love it. But in reality, this did not read like her other books. This is the third book I've read from hers. I read this one first and then I read Savor It and The Co-op. And honestly, this is my least favorite. It is an age gap romance with a comedian and her manager. It has ASL representation, which I love. Is it ASL? Is that what you would call it? It's the one of the main characters or the side characters is deaf. And so they they speak in ASL, and that's very cool. I really love that. There's very few books that do that, and so I really enjoyed that in this book. But something about it, the romance, I was just not into it. I did not find the character very funny. I did not really believe the romance. Like, I don't know. I didn't believe this romance, and I feel like that's the problem when you're reading a romance and you're not really rooting for the characters to get together. That is a big major issue. So for this reason, I don't want this, and I know people love this, so whoever it goes to is going to be a very happy camper. Unfortunately, I didn't love this one, and while I will be purchasing a copy of Savor It and the co-op, I don't need this one in my collection. So this one, I was influenced by TikTok, so I have read all of Elena Armis's releases, but I read the American Roommate Agreement first, and I really loved it. I was dual POV. I enjoyed both of the characters. I really enjoyed, I think her name was Rosie, and when I found out that that was the second book to a standalone series, I was like, well, I need to read the original one. People all over Bookstagram and Instagram and everywhere, they love it. They love Aaron, what's his name? Blackford. And honestly, I think I liked it when I read it. Like, it was cute, it was quick, it wasn't anything heavy, it was just a quick read. But in reality, this book wasn't that special. I feel like it was just like a stereotypical romance, and honestly, Aaron is a baseline. He is not, for me, even close to being a top tier book boyfriend. I liked the cover, thought it was very cute. Actually, this is one of the first few books that I started annotating, but you could tell that I didn't annotate very much. I just started getting used to doing it, like, outside of for school purposes. I like the fact that the main character was Hispanic. She's from Spain, and I love that. But in reality, it is a fake dating trope. It's an always been you, but like fake. Hello, baby. Hello. I just didn't love their romance. It's not my favorite, and so I just don't want this one, which is kind of funny because I did not get rid of the other one. It's okay. It's a standalone, and so it's not that connected to the point where, like, I feel like I'm missing out by not having both of them together. So for that reason, I'm unhauling it. Okay, now these books come in a set, and it is the Dreamland Billionaire series. So I went back and forth for a long time on whether I wanted to unhaul these books because the covers are stunning. But when I really thought about it, I don't love any of these books. I like them. They were enjoyable when I was reading them, but that's it. The first book, I like the fact that it had to do with Disney, or Disney-esque. It was like an Imagineers inspired book. But Rowan was okay, and even the female character was just okay. Then I got to the second book, and while I loved Iris, the plot I did not like, and I did not love. I hated Declan, actually. I hated him. And then this one, I think I've spoken about all this. I feel like this is just deja vu, but it's really long, and while I liked both characters, I just know I would never reread this, and I just feel like it would be so much better in someone else's hands. These I annotated a lot, and literally if you read this second one, I bet you every other page is like, I love Declan, but I love Cal, but I hate Declan. And so, I don't know. It's okay. I didn't love it, and I just don't think, while her writing is really good, I know I won't reread these, and I just feel like someone else will enjoy them much more than I did, and so that's the reason I'm not going to keep them. So, actually, that's it. My list is not very long, and I'm pretty proud. It's literally, look, let's show these off. Are these all upside down? I feel like they all are, but it's okay. So this is all I'm unhauling from my apartment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books are being unhauled, which is crazy. It's not that many considering how many I've read in this apartment. And so this is my unhaul for 2024, and I'm pretty proud because I've been here for 2 years and I haven't unhauled a single book. So for me to only unhaul 8 books, and 2 of them being because I already have a copy of them, so it's only 6 books. I feel like I'm getting really good at choosing books that I know I'm gonna like, which is great because I do love to buy books, but I don't like to buy books that I don't think I'm actually gonna read, which is a big differentiation. So yeah, these are the books I'm gonna unhaul, and yeah, we'll talk later, guys. Bye.